Welcome back to the channel everyone, where we go over your rights and how to exercise them when dealing with public officials and law enforcement. Now watch this police officer that tried to threaten this man with arrest for exercising his right to free speech, and showed perfectly where he's wrong with most police officers, but this time got completely shut down by this man who challenged him on his threats. But first, remember to like the video to help us reach more people, to make them aware of their rights and help end police misconduct.
I'm all right. How are you, sir?
Okay.
What's going on?
Gonna ask you the same thing.
Why?
Because our HR manager called and said you're out here asking people for money.
Okay. I'm hard of hearing. Can you speak up?
Our HR manager in the building here called and said you're asking people for money out here.
Who is the HR? What's their name?
His name is JD.
JD?
Mm-hmm.
That's, is that what they said?
Yeah, they said there's a male on the front steps with a sign asking people for money.
Okay.
Are we asking people for money, or?
I'm not answering any questions.
Okay. Let me see your ID.
Nope.
Yes, sir.
I'm engaged in constitution-protected activity, sir.
And you're also being investigated for a potential city ordinance violation. So
I'm engaged in constitutionally-protected activity. What's your name and badge number?
Yes, William Holtman is 309.
Okay, my name is
Now
Jeff.
I've given you my name. You need to give me your
My
ID.
name is Jeff, and this is freedom of speech, freedom of religion,
I understand that.
and freedom of assembly on a traditional public forum. I am not asking for money.
Okay. That's what I'm investigating.
Well, all you have is hearsay. I say I'm not. HR manager says I am.
Okay. So that's called an investigation.
Okay, we'll go investigate.
Right now I'm talking to you. I am investigating.
Let's make it clear. I'm engaged in constitutionally protected activities. Wait, just let me finish what I'm saying. I'm engaged in a constitutionally protected activity safeguarded by the First Amendment. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly on public property. Do you understand that?
I understand what the First
You're
Amendment
not getting
says.
my ID.
Okay. Give me your ID.
You're not getting my ID.
I'm not asking.
It doesn't matter if you're asking or not. I'm engaged in
You're fixing
constitution.
to find yourself
You
in jail
don't
for
get
disobeying a lawful order.
you don't get ID for a constitutionally protected activity, sir.
Okay. Headquarters, you have JD step out.
And I'll let you know I'm not going to resist if you arrest me, but you're making a big mistake if you are. I've already told you I'm not panhandling.
And that's what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm not panhandling.
I don't know why y'all got to do all this constitutional crap and make stuff so difficult.
Constitutional crap?
Yeah, y'all try to hang on this. What y'all try to do is do stuff like this to try to get a reaction so you can
Try to get a
sue us,
reaction
sue
with
the
a
city.
God bless the homeless
I know
veteran
what
sign?
you're doing, man. I've
Okay,
been doing this 17
so you know what I'm
years.
doing. Get back in your car and have a nice day.
As soon as JD comes out and tells me he didn't hear you ask for money, I will.
It doesn't matter what JD. No, it
If
doesn't.
JD says that he heard you ask for money and he's willing to write a statement, you're going to go to jail for
Okay,
panhandling.
let's go to jail. Let's do it.
I want to talk to JD first.
Let's do it.
I'm just
Hook
telling
me,
you
look,
where we're at.
hook me up for freedom of speech, freedom of religion. You've already been put on notice that you're going to. I'm exercising a constitution protected right.
And you've also been put on notice that if JD, who is an employee of this city, is willing to write a statement that says you were panhandling,
Okay.
I'm going to put you in jail.
Well, then JD will be his qualified immunity to be in jeopardy too.
What was your last report? Call 4205 or try to.
All right, let's just go ahead and start recording.
That's fine. I've been recording since before I pulled in the parking lot. That's
Okay.
all on video.
That's fine. I'm engaged in constitution protected activity safeguarded by the First Amendment. God bless freedom of speech. God bless freedom of religion. God bless freedom of assembly on public property.
I just want you to know the other side of your statement is absolutely incorrect. The other side of your
Panhandling is not a
panhandling
crime?
is a crime.
All right. If I panhandle in front of you, will you arrest me?
I absolutely will.
Okay. When the next person comes by,
Violation of our city
the next
ordinance.
person that comes by, I will ask them for money.
That's fine. You're welcome
All
to do
right.
so. Just
I haven't
understand
done
you will be placed under arrest
I haven't
at that
done so
time.
to this point, but I might do so.
I haven't said you had. I told you what I've been told.
All right. Panhandling is a constitutionally protected activity.
No.
It is free. Yes, it
It's
is.
a violation of the city ordinance.
It's
and
freedom
if you
of
do
speech.
it, you're going to go to jail.
Freedom of speech.
No, it's not.
All right, I'm putting you on notice. I'm going to panhandle. It's freedom of speech.
And I'm putting you on notice that when you do, you will be arrested.
Okay.
As the conversation continues, the officer becomes frustrated, calling the man's explanation constitutional crap and accusing him of trying to create a reaction. But the man stays calm, explaining again that he has every right to stand there with his sign. The officer threatens arrest, saying HR claims he asked for money, and insists that the city ordinance makes panhandling illegal. The man reminds him that courts have repeatedly ruled that panhandling is protected speech and that a city ordinance cannot override the Constitution. The officer still pushes for ID while the man prepares himself for whatever comes next, making it clear he will not resist, but the officer will be making a serious mistake.
Standing here with a sign saying "God bless the homeless vets," you're absolutely right.
So is panhandling.
Is not a crime.
Panhandling is a freedom of speech as well.
No,
The
sir,
courts.
it's a violation.
Are you
of
in
the city
contempt of
ordinance.
court right now? Are you
We're
in
not
contempt
in
of court?
court. How can I be in contempt?
Because the
of court?
courts have said that panhandling is a freedom of speech issue. It's a freedom of speech.
If that was the case, then it wouldn't be on our books as,
Yes, it
as
would.
a city ordinance.
Yes, it would.
Well, then
That's why the courts have done it. That's why the courts have had to rule on this.
Have him step down, please.
Panhandling is not a crime.
It is in the city.
Matter of fact, it's not only not a crime, it's a constitutionally protected activity safeguarded by the
Where
First
in the
Amendment.
Constitution does it say you can panhandle?
Freedom of speech.
That's not freedom of speech.
Freedom of association. It's not,
No, it's not.
according to who?
Nowhere in the First Amendment does it say you can panhandle without reprisal.
It says that I can talk to people, doesn't it?
It does, but the city ordinance for soliciting alms and contributions also says that you can't ask people.
That's
for
a
money.
content-based restriction. That's a content-based restriction.
In this moment, we see the officer approach the man standing quietly with his sign. He asks what's going on and immediately begins demanding answers, claiming that someone from HR reported panhandling. But the man stands firm, saying he's only exercising his constitutionally protected rights. He reminds the officer that he is on public property and has the freedom of speech, religion, and assembly, and that holding a sign is not a crime. The officer insists on seeing ID, but the man refuses, stating clearly that protected activity does not require identification. This early exchange sets the tone for a tense standoff between rights and authority.
He's on the way down. You have the right to face your accuser. That's in the Constitution.
Okay,
too.
that's fine.
Shows that he got a ticket for the date of birth 1993-06-11, 1993-06-11.
People have offered me money. I haven't taken it.
So he hasn't asked for it. It says panhandling is not a crime.
Panhandling is a First Amendment protected right.
No, it's not.
JD, panhandling is freedom of speech. So even if he arrested me for panhandling, it would be a violation of my rights and I would be suing you guys. All right?
That's your option to do so. Panhandling is a violation of the law. I can give you the code section if you want.
Code, that's fine. Your code section doesn't override the United States Constitution. And the freedom of First Amendment to the United States Constitution.
As long as he's not asking for money, he's not violating. Like standing there with the sign, he's right. I have no issue with that. Yeah, we just got it. But panhandling is.
Panhandling is First Amendment protected activity.
Let me talk.
Freedom of speech. Well, I'm just going to correct you every time you say it. I'll leave at 5 o'clock since it closes at 5, but
So
that's fine.
we just had to complain of somebody that looked like a panhandler. So that's why this
All right.
happened. So I'm.
Now the scene shifts as the officer calls JD, the HR manager, hoping he will confirm the accusation. But when JD arrives, he says the man is not asking for money and simply has a sign that says, "God bless the homeless veteran." The man explains panhandling is a constitutional right, and that even if he were asking for help, it would still fall under free speech. The officer argues but offers no legal basis and begins to backtrack, realizing the situation is collapsing. He threatens jail again, but slowly steps away, unable to prove any crime was committed, and knowing any arrest would lead straight to federal court for violating protected rights.
Sorry.
But
And I told you I was an investigator, did I not?
Yes.
And I told you I was going to call JD and ask him what he heard, right?
All right.
And have I not done that?
Yeah, but you were threatening to put me in jail for not giving ID.
Well, technically you're required by law.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
You are.
You want to try that? We can go that route too.
But I'm not going to give you the reaction you're looking for.
My reaction, the reaction I'm looking for is the reaction I'm looking for with a God bless the homeless veteran sign is just people just to leave me alone. That's all.
Listen, you got to understand, people call us and allege that a crime has been committed. We come and investigate it. It's called an investigative process. It's literally what they pay us to do.
Okay. Well, panhandling is not a crime either. Even if I was panhandling, it is not a crime.
That's your opinion.
No, it's not. It's the court's opinion. It's the federal court's opinion.
Anyways, have a good day.
All right, you too.
Nobody can say, yes, I heard him. Yeah, I wanted to hear.
So even if I asked JD, if I asked you for money, would I go to jail right now?
No, you're not going to get the reaction.
Okay, JD, can I have some money? I'm panhandling.
I'm not fighting. I'm not
Yeah,
suing.
good. You shouldn't be because it's a freedom of speech thing.
No, it's not.
It's-
It's a violation of the city ordinance.
You're walking away and getting in your car because you know better.
You got a smartphone. Look up north. It's called immunity.
You know better. You're getting in your car and you're leaving because you know better.
And contributions.
You don't want to go that route. You don't want to be deposed. You don't want to go to federal court.
In the final moments, the officer walks away, returning to his car because he knows the man is right. The Constitution protects speech on public property, and no city rule can change that. The man calls out the reality that many officers still believe local ordinances override fundamental freedoms and are willing to arrest people based on misunderstandings or power alone. And this is why recording the police matters more than ever. It protects your rights, exposes misconduct, and spreads awareness. He ends by reminding viewers to support the cause, subscribe, like, leave a comment, and always record the police to keep everyone accountable.